Well, hello there guys, this is Ashley's allotment. As you can see, I'm not down at the allotment. Today is a bit of DIY. Pine wood bedside cabinets, got two of these, but they're covered in polyurethane varnish, which is a protective coat, but we don't want to keep them the pine colour. We want to paint them, so the polyurethane varnish has to come off, and I'm going to be using a heat gun. So got the kitchen door open for ventilation, and we'll see how it goes from here then. Well, now I don't know if you can see the difference, but this has had the polyurethane removed and this has. So what will happen here is I will, when I've completely stripped it all off, is sand it all down, ready for painting. So I'll get back to you when I've done a bit more. Okay then guys, so here we are. All the polyurethane varnish has been stripped off. There are still a few little bits hanging around. I got that in there and there. Another one just there. But all of those will sand off with an electric sander or even a hand sander. But that's the four main components. This one, as you can see, look, got a bit carried away with the air gun, hot air gun there, but that will sound out, that's no problem. All in all, I'm quite pleased with that. Whether or not I would use a hot air gun if I was still going to keep it natural wood, don't think I would really. But it's taken the polyurethane varnish off, which after sanding down and priming and whatnot, then they'll be good to paint. So and there we go. So next part of this will be when it's primed up and ready to paint. I'll catch you on the flip-flop, guys. Oh, good afternoon there, guys. Here we are. This is a re-edited version of my last video where it showed stripping down 2 small bedside cabinets which were finished in polyurethane varnish on top of pine wood. So these were stripped down as in the video. So the last couple of days I have been priming, undercoating and a couple of coats of white gloss paint. So overall I am pretty pleased with how they've turned out. A couple of places still need a bit of a touch up, like along here. That's the end grain of the wood, so that's always a bit problematical. But and the other difference is first one, I don't know which one's which now, but if we say that this one was stripped with a heat gun, took quite a while to get it all off, and it was relatively messy. Obviously you have to take precautions with that, ventilation, and when you're stripping off hot with a heat gun you have to watch underneath, because hot varnish or whatever, you can end up damaging a floor perhaps, or but the other one was done with a little detail sander, which was a lot quicker, but it was a lot messier. Yes, it did have a vacuum attachment to it to supposedly collect the dust, but the vacuum hose just would not stay on due to the movement of me sanding, and so overall there isn't a lot to choose between the two really, as far as using a heat gun or a sander goes. The only benefit being with the sander, of course, is you can get rid of any imperfections rather than doing it by hand with a sanding block. So yeah, that's the update. Going to get a couple of handles there to match the handles on the underbed storage drawers. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching.